Hi guys. Um I it's I don't know. The last time I took Suboxone was Monday night. So guess what? God's delivering me from this stuff. Um Okay, so like sometimes it's hard for me to understand how people either don't believe in God and or don't believe in Jesus. And I mean, I know why, you know, because the destroyer and liar and manipulator and lowest of the lows infiltrates everyone. But, so I kind of want to tell you, like, my background and, like, how I got to where I am. I know I've shared a little bit, but so growing up, we were Christians and we went to a non-denominational church, and so I always had this foundation of Christ in my life. And then when I was 14, we stopped going to church for various reasons. Those who know about, yeah. So, like I had no one at church that uh was like looking out for me after we stopped going to church. Like the whole congregation was turned against us by the master manipulator, the devil. And so like I had I had no more friends anymore, nothing. So, and I had been going to Christian school for the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And then when we were pulled out of Christian school, like, I didn't have any of those, I didn't have those friends anymore. And so I started going to public school. And then, like, I had a million friends, not a million, I had a lot. But, like, these friends wanted to drink and party and, and I guess so did I. Or I wanted to hang out with my friends and stuff. And so that's when, like, I broke up with God. And it's like, it's no one's fault but the devil's. So then, I kept drinking and smoking and partying until we moved to Alabama in Doug and I in 2011. And then I had no friends again. And it continued that way until I moved to Palestine. We moved to Palestine, Texas in 2016. And I was pissed that we had to move to Palestine because we lived in Montgomery, Alabama, and I liked it there. And when we moved to Palestine, it was small and it's like a prison town and there's like a lot of drugs there and stuff. So I was so anti-Palestine. And then like so I still had no friends, it was just my husband. and my mom, my brother, and sister. And so I started walking a lot with with our dogs, and when I would walk with them, I started praying again, like out loud. And then, and this was probably like in 2018, or maybe towards the end of 2017. And then my mom moved in with us in July of 2018. And shortly after she moved in, I was out front mowing our yard in Palestine, and I saw some missionaries walking around our neighborhood. And so, I wasn't scared of them or anything, and I was actually wondering if they were going to talk to me. I don't know why I was wondering that. But anyway, so I just kept mowing, and then I saw them walking up to my driveway, and I was like, oh, cool. And so they were from this Baptist church in Montalba, Texas. That's about a town of population like 2 or something. And him and I don't know if it was his son, but it was the pastor and another young guy. And they came up to me and they're like, hey, do you know about the Lord or Jesus? And I was like, yeah, because I was raised a Christian. And they were like, oh, okay. Well, do you have a church yet you're going to? And I was like, not yet. And they were like, oh, okay. Well, how long have you lived here? And I was like, 2 years, and they're like, oh, okay. Well, do you know God wants to use you? And I was like, yes, because I received a calling from our praise and worship leader, Corolla Hendricks, when I was younger, and it was to bring people back to God. So he was like, okay, well, why don't you come to church with us? And I was like, maybe I will. So my mom and I went to that church, and the doors were locked. Like, we were only like a minute late, if that, and they had already locked the doors. So we went across the street to this other church, but then they weren't, and this is my mom and I'm talking about, they weren't really our speed. Like, we're used to a Palestine church type of place, raising hands and worshiping God that way. And so I saw online, when I had first moved to Palestine, a church like that, Palestine church. So the next weekend, I think, we started going to Palestine church, and even though I left the Lord, He didn't leave me, and I try to imagine it so we're all chained to God permanently. Our souls are permanently linked to God. There's nothing that can separate us. Those, born again people. So I just imagine my chain to God. He kept calling my name and calling my name, and I didn't answer, and I didn't answer, and I didn't answer. So he had to send people to my house to wake me up, you know? And it's like finally, like when he was calling my name, I imagined that I was like in a cave or something, or in a grave. How's that song go? Like, when you called my name and I ran out of that grave. I can't sing. But, so it's like when God finally called my name again, like I wiggled the chain that I am permanently linked to him on. And he like pulled me out of the shit and the muck and the filth and brought me back up to where I belong. And then he helped me quit smoking. And then he helped me get off what was it after smoking? Like, I don't know, antidepressants and stuff. And then he helped me, I had like this thing wrong with me, and he helped me with that. And then he's taking away my anxiety. He's taking away my migraines. He is healing my reproductive system so that Doug and I can have babies. And now he's helping me get off Suboxone. He helped me get off Suboxone. Like yesterday and Tuesday was really hard for me. And I was crying, and but I just persevered, even though it was hard, and I couldn't do it by myself. Like I was having to lean on God the whole time I was awake, pretty much yesterday and Tuesday. And it's like, that's how much he wants to help us and save us. He just does whatever we ask. And all we have to do is seek him. And then all your dreams come true. And so, today, the day I finally feel like I don't have withdrawals, to the extent that I've had yesterday and Wednesday and especially Tuesday. And so it's like, and I woke up and I was having a good day. I was talking to my sister, and we were doing Bible study and fellowship, and then after that, it's like the shit storm resumes. As soon as I'm feeling better and doing well, the devil just throws everything right back in my face. And like, it's so hard for me to like not sin in anger. Like, a lot of times I'll swear and I'll, but lately, I think I said that I asked God to turn my anger into compassion, and he did in a second. And so, like, I'm still learning how that I need to just seek God first before I get angry or before I sin in my anger. And I was really struggling today, but he helps me every day. And so, like, I just want everyone to know, like, how much joy and love and peace and happiness and mercy and forgiveness that Jesus has for us. Like, he loves us more than we love each other, times like an infinity number, something crazy like that. And so I promise, if you seek God first and you pray to him out loud I promise you, he will deliver you from whatever you're going through. And then after that, there will be some hard times, but you will know that you can seek God first and he will deliver you from the stuff that whatever you're going through, whatever you need help with. And if anyone needs help or has questions, like, it's really easy to become born again, to start living in God's kingdom realm or heaven. And all you have to say, and well, you have to believe it too, like, all you have to say is, Jesus, I want you to be the King, the Lord, and the God of my life, and I submit to you. And that's it. And then you will be saved, first of all, so you don't, so you get to live in heaven for all eternity, like in paradise, utopia, with nothing negative of this world in it. And I just want everyone to know God's love like I do. Like, even though I cry sometimes in anger or sadness, I cry a lot out of joy. Like, I feel so blessed that the Lord chose me to be his messenger, or, to bring people back to God. And it's just the most amazing feeling that there is. Like, I feel so special that the Lord chose me. And anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that, because I know that when people don't have like a foundation in Christ, I know that it's hard for them to accept the concept of at least Jesus. I'm pretty sure it's because in the Old Testament, God's more relatable to us, because he has to destroy people when they disobey him. But then when Jesus came, which is God too, God's Son, God's heart, he was the complete opposite of the God in the Old Testament. Like, he came down to give us his love and to show us how much he loves us. And that's hard for us to relate to, because this world is seriously doomed with sin. And yes, there are many good people in it. And, I'm talking about like the principalities of darkness and stuff. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, I love you, and I'm going to make a video and read so we can get to the goods. Okay, God bless. I love you.